시작해봅시다.
Hey, want to see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate. That's me, Guybrush Threepwood. That's me, Guybrush Threepwood. In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth. Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than
요거
agility.
하나씩 누르면 얘기를 해주는 거다.
Mastering sword fighting, treasure hunting is important for any pirate. The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters. This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She was governor at the time.
얘네 사귀는 거 성공했나? 기억이 안
The
나요.
test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion. The security was heavy. Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials. Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island
맞아,
by the
납치돼서
nefarious ghost
르책인가?
pirate LeChuck.
걔한테 납치돼갖고 시작하는
I
거잖아.
scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook
어서오세요.
joined me on my voyage to
미트스는
Monkey
이름
Island
틀딱히
to save
모른다고요?
Elaine.
거짓말하지 마세요.
I scraped together a crew.
여기 들어오는 사람들 다
Carla,
와
Otis,
원숭이 섬의
and
비밀을
Meathook
아시는구나
joined me
이러면서
on my
들어오는
voyage to
거잖아.
Monkey Island to save Elaine. I scraped together a crew. Carla, LeChuck thought he was in love with Elaine. My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships
이름만
with a
들어봤나
letter of credit that I,
그 정도 인정해주지.
sort of falsified. My first ship was... Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map. On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath.
나는 3탄, 4탄만 해봤는데 기억이 안 나.
LeChuck's
어떤
ghostly ship was
내용이었는지.
anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface.
분명히 엔딩 봤는데.
I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot. He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other. The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear. We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure. I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought. It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that? I defeated LeChuck and he basically exploded. By then, I had learned that ghosts like LeChuck are vulnerable to root beer. Just trust me, it works, okay? It was the beginning of something magical. These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop. I met my good friend Wally, who makes
아까
maps,
게 1탄
and I
내용이고
stole
이게
his
2탄
monocle.
내용일까?
Good times. The map to the treasure had been torn into 4 pieces, which, let's face it, is about as piratey as it gets. Elaine always seems to know when I need her. The
네,
mysterious
전편
voodoo lady at the
요약본이래.
International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once. Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I. One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well,
이건
LeChuck's behind it,
3탄인가?
of course. That guy never gives up. The fact that he turned her into a statue tells me LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture. I got eaten by a snake. I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine. I got buried alive. It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle.
말하는 해골바가지 만났던
Things
기억은 나는 것
backfired on
같은데.
LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker. This was a great day. Though in retrospect, we shouldn't have had the scumbar handle the
쓸애기
catering.
주점.
This is the daisy we stomped on together. Wedding traditions are weird. It's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to match. Elaine and me together forever. The daggers are symbolic of cutting through troubles, I think. I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation. I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do. Oh man, this was that crazy
자판
time
얘기다.
LeChuck
이
teamed up with an
원숭이
Australian
그
billionaire and tried to
로봇
use a
같은 거
mystical
쳤던 것 같아.
talisman to make Elaine his bride. the ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate or even an insult at all. Or was it? Everything started because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her. LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it. LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean. Or so it seemed. I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does. I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course. Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure. I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread. I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread.
1, 2, 3, 4 다 하고 지나고 나서 얘기인가? 캐주얼, 스토리가 재미는 그대로지만 바쁘신 플레이어를 위해 간소해진 퍼즐, 더 많은 퍼즐, 더 어려운 퍼즐, 맥시멈 원숭이, 100%를 원하는 프로 어드벤처 게이머용. 캐주얼. 전 프로가 아니니까요.
Take this, LeChuck!
Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask.
Will you promise to stop picking on me?
All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids.
감사합니다.
You're not supposed to be in here.
너무 칭찬하지 마세요.
What's next?
Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents.
Yeah!
이게 그림체 때문에 욕을 좀 먹었었다며.
You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
원래는
Let's pretend I
그냥
have powers
전형적인
that make
근데
lightning come out of my
뭐
eyes.
원래 그림체랄
It's
게
so
있나? 뭐 1, 2는
lifelike.
도트였고 3탄은
I wonder if it's real.
애니풍이었고 4탄은 3D였는데 애초에 딱 정형화된 그게 없는데 왜 욕을
Sorry,
했을까?
boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Yes, sir.
Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack
어떻게
back there.
다니고? 3, 4탄은
Scurvy
해봤으니까
dogs.
1,
I've
2탄은
never
도트인
had
건
one of
알고
those.
있고
No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling.
Wow.
땅을 클릭하여 걸어다니세요. 이게 뭐야? 막강한 해적 주니어의 할 일 목록.
It's locked. Maybe one of the shops has a key.
I once got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my head.
Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
Yeah, let's get scurvy dogs instead.
글씨 나오는 건 마음에 든다.
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog. How much are the scurvy dogs?
Scurvy dogs are only a half piece of 8.
Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
이런 데서 먹고 싶냐고.
How much are those chicken foot fries?
Chicken foot fries are 2 pieces of 8.
닭발이 왜 더 비싸?
What should we do next?
We gotta get scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one.
How much is a mug of grog?
Grog's for grown-ups. Beat it.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it. I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I
열쇠를
got the
무슨
leg
의족에다
from the
달아놔.
last kid who didn't bring back the key.
꼬맹이 다리 잘라서 이걸 쓰고 있는 거야?
It unlocks the outhouse outside.
Some.
You kids better have money.
Yeah. We've got all kinds of money.
돈 없잖아. 뒤 팔이 왕큰 거 봐.
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8, that's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is.
Good for you. You can have a couple of dogs if you give me one.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't like kids. I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
전혀 먹기 싫어.
I guess never mind.
Hey, I know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
정말 끔찍한
It's
생각이군.
locked. Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
Good, you unlocked it.
아 진짜 싫어.
Ugh, what is this stuff? It smells the same as the toilet. Where should we look?
All over. Do you see any coins? I
don't see any coins, and I'm not putting my hands in that. It isn't a piece of
이건
8,
뭐야 옆에?
but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake
옆에
coin.
무슨 개미 이상한 게 돌아다녀.
A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin. Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay. Gross. Gross.
Did you know you can keep a skirt?
Please wash hands before leaving outhouse.
손 씻는 물이었다고? 밥 먹는데 너무 더럽다고요? 더 이따 나올 걸. 물에서 변기 같은 냄새 난다 그랬어.
Now what?
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8.
What can we get with this?
아, 더러워.
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Take 'em, boy.
What are you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours.
아, 진짜 저걸 먹어야 돼?
So good. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do? In France, they call a scurvy dog a chien scorbut. I wonder where those two people we were following went.
원래 해적들이 위생을 생각 안
That's my
하긴
friend
하지.
D. Hey, D.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
전직 해적이냐고. 뭐야 할 거 왜 이렇게 많아. 장난치며 돌아다니기, 닷 구경하기, 경주에서 척키 이기기, 오리한테 먹이 주기, 스커비 도그에 소스 더 바르기, 검술 연습하기, 네잎클로버 찾기, 소원비는 우물에서 소원 빌기. 진짜 부모 찾기 뭐야.
cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship.
샷을
They
쏘는
started making
용이었다고?
them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then people
차는 거
noticed
봐.
what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor,
감사합니다.
if you look close, you can tell that one side is a little larger than the other. That's to prevent what's called
언제까지 얘기하는
plummeting,
거야?
where the anchor goes down too evenly, and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom. The little flanges at the tips are at different angles to make it twist on the way down for the same reason. Most anchors these days are
떼주느라고?
made of iron, and you
배째.
have to recast them like twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds of people invested a lot of money in these wooden anchor companies. But the only way they could keep them from floating was to attach another anchor. And so they gave up and went back to the old way. The word anchor comes from the Sanskrit word Nagara, meaning city. They're called that because when you stop in the middle of the ocean, it's like you've made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
놓친 게 있다면 쉼표로 이전 대사를 확인하라고? 이런 식으로.
I wonder where this path goes.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know
안 돼,
about
그만 말해.
anchors. Did you know they were used? They started then. Keep the current bow-shaped, but you can still.
야, 이건 넘겨도 많아.
The little most anchor about 30. Oh, but the word anchor. They're called that. Yeah.
Hey, Chucky. Want a race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2,
더블 클릭하면 말
go!
끌린다고?
Chucky wins.
아, 저 끝에다 대고 해야 되는구나. 그냥 클릭하는 게 아니고.
Yeah!
Nuts.
I can stand on my head without using my hands.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, cheater!
You have to wait until I say go.
아, 깐깐하게 구해. 그냥 되게 적당히 하지.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
I win!
I wonder where this path goes.
I bet I've known Chucky longer than you have.
No chance. We go way back.
I want to say two.
Hey, hands off!
치사하게.
That's our bread! Stop it! Hey, hands off! That's our bread!
Excuse me.
Yes?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
아무런 제재 못하는 거 보니까 저 동네도 아동 학대법 빡세다고.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Never mind. I want to feed the duck.
먹이 주지 마세요라고 써있는 거 아니야?
Don't feed the duck. What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
아, 거짓말하지 마.
You're not gonna touch the ground with your scurvy dog.
No, of course not. Gross.
하지만 케첩을
You should
줍는다면?
put that on your scurvy dog.
야, 너나 먹어라. 개더럽네. 시작부터 왜 이래.
Yuck! I don't think that was ketchup.
Whoops. I wonder where this path goes.
미친놈들 아니야 이거.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Never mind. I'm saving this scurvy dog for myself.
우리 줘 그냥. 어차피 글렀어 이거.
I have an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
I'm saving this scurvy dog for myself.
흙만 넣는 수준이 아니잖아요. 쓰레기통 넣어 이거.
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat
정말
me.
정말 유용하게 많이 쓴다.
You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun. Do not pick the four-leaf clovers. As if. Let's look for a four-leaf clover.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
하지 말라는 짓은 다 하고 다니는 거. 탭을 길게 누르면 사물이 표시됩니다. 클릭할 수 있는 거.
I found one.
Awesome.
There was still one left? Darn.
I wonder where this path goes. Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them?
I should throw my coin in and make a wish. I never thought I'd ever find one. Maybe I should throw this down the wishing well.
소원을 빌기 전 다른 소원은 어떤지 알아보기 위해 저장을 하는 게 좋을지도 모르겠다고?
I wish Chucky had a mustache.
Ah! Whoa!
진짜라고? 저게 진짜였다고?
I should throw my coin in and make a wish. I wish D would disappear.
What?
Hey, neat.
Ouch!
Hey.
애들은 뭘 해도 재밌을 때지.
I wish for a cool plant.
A plant? What a waste of a wish.
Ooh.
저딴 소원 빌 때가 아니라고?
I take it back.
근데
That was the
줬다가 바로 뺏어버리니까 뭐 그렇게 좋은 우물 같진 않아요.
I wish for another scurvy dog.
Those things are bad for you.
Whoa!
Told you so.
I wish we could speak backwards. Or what is...
Yes, you know.
Yes, well,
That was fun.
Aw, man, it wore off.
Too bad. You made more sense than usual.
Are we done here? We might not be able to come back if we head this way.
이렇게 하면 못 들어온다고? 오리한테 먹이 못 줬는데?
At home, I've got a collection of old scurvy dog sticks that fills a whole shoebox.
I wonder what's in that basket.
어서
Let's
오세요.
find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half a mind to give you a piece of my mind.
And I've got the other half.
Gotta run.
How rude.
말 걸고서 딴짓을 하는 경우가 있네.
In France, they call a scurvy dog a chien scorbut.
가자 이제 집에 가자. 뭐야 갈브러쉬 왜 이렇게 사갔어?
Hello,
눈은
Mr.
왜 멍들어
Threepwood.
있는 것 같아?
Hey, kids. Having fun?
Yeah.
We got scurvy dogs.
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop. Oh boy, that takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asks me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
과거 얘기를 하는 식으로 하는 건가? 어서 오세요. 네, 조금 일찍 켜봤습니다. 옛날 얘기 해주는 식인가 봐. 일부 친숙한 정서.
Feels good to be back on Melee Island. The
이거
hub of pirating in the
1탄에서
Caribbean,
시작할
where
때
every good
위치
expedition
아닌가?
begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Well, you know, freebooting mostly, swashing buckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him. LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened.
해적이고 싶은
And didn't she more or less
일반인이었는데
rescue herself?
모험을
That's not the
겪으면서
point.
해적이 되었다?
He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and
해적
sometimes the
팀원들?
land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me. I'm mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you. I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you.
Shouldn't you be on your way to the Scum Bar to talk to the pirate leaders?
I was just about to head down there. I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
Hi there, little guy.
Hi.
Hi there, little guy. My business right now is down those stairs with 3 pirate leaders and the fat wad of cash they're gonna give me. Re-elect Governor Carla.
이게 그
I better get cracking if I want to get to the secret before that scheming blackguard. I'll talk to the pirate leaders before I go see what LeChuck is up to. I better get cracking if I want to get to the secret before that scheming blackguard. Oops, I almost forgot to duck into the scum bar to ask the pirate leaders to back my expedition. I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Looks like a circus act. Maybe. Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get lost.
목이 바뀌었다고?
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you?
Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
Where are the 3 older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition? Who is it that you think you are exactly?
우량 투자품.
I'm the rock-solid investment you've been waiting for.
Spare me the greasy sales pitch.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent. It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
경제적 값어치.
It's a prize of incalculable monetary value.
I don't know about incalculable. Quick, who can count to 0 the fastest?
해적들한테 문화적 가치가 무슨 의미가 있어?
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. A percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies.
래핑 느낌 좋은데?
Fine. I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own.
삐졌네.
If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes. I like the old pirate leaders better.
예전 두목들 찾아야 되나 봐.
Elaine?
Guybrush! Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
A little, but I can skip over the hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in mine.
How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of lines to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
Sounds like we both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
어서 오세요.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of humor.
You wouldn't happen to have a ship with you.
No, silly. I came on a charter. Just like you.
I figured that, but it never hurts to ask. I'm finding it harder than I thought to get hold of a ship and a crew for my expedition.
Why don't you ask around at the docks? I'm sure you can find something.
Thanks. I'll try that. I feel better just talking to you.
Me too.
You've probably got to get going.
You say goodbye first.
레몬 먹으면 괴혈병 낫는 걸 알았는데 레몬이 비싸서 대신 황산을 먹였다고. 라임 아니었어? 라임?
No, you say bye first.
No, you say bye
뭐야 얘 내
first.
주접이에요. 근데 그래픽이나 그래픽이 취향 아니라고? 난 전반적으로 괜찮은데?
No, you say bye first.
No, you say bye first.
No, you say bye first.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
주접이야. 라임이 내 몸보다 싸서 라임된 거라고?
The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee. Honoring Melee Island's 27th governor, Carlo the Swordmaster. Frankly, we were afraid not to. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers. Well, the voodoo here must be authentic, culturally, and historically accurate. The sign says so. They're having a half-off sale. Ah, the International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
왜 이렇게 할인 많이 해? 여기 망하려는 거 아니야?
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
You mean...
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
It's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much. The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, got it.
너무 소중한 걸 받아간다고? 쟤는 뭐 플레이어가 시키는 대로 하기 때문에 상관없지
You
않을까?
must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way, think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the
막혔을
voyage.
때 힌트
Thanks.
북인가 봐.
No charge.
왜 퍼즐
Now
게임들
you must go.
막히면 이렇게 막 위치
I have a
표시해주고 그런 거
luncheon,
있잖아요.
and your destiny lies at the docks.
It does?
Most assuredly.
돈이 있긴 한 거야?
I've got a few coins for incidentals.
그치, 막히면 한 그 알려주는 그거네.
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises.
바이올렛 예고 안 하냐고요?
This was my
오,
favorite. What kind of person would
그런가요?
just paint on a wall like that? What kind of person would just paint on a wall like that? Elaine would never have stood for this when she was governor. This place has kind of gone downhill. Oh, yeah, that clock has been broken for decades now. Looks like Wally's got a new place in
뭘
Melee.
더블팩이야.
I hope
기도
he's not
하나밖에
still
없는데.
sore about the monocle. At Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
정말하고?
The note says,
프로 나올 텐데
forced
뭘.
to close. Thanks for the memories, but I.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door. Things are not what they seem. All keys are gold. It's the way of keys. No one ever works together. All want their own prize. When they get close to finding it, suddenly they are gone. You can find a golden key, but you cannot own it. A lock is a beautiful thing. A key, even more so. If you listen close, you can hear the gears grinding. They're mostly gone now. Hardly anyone left to pick up the pieces. The queen always
이렇게
gives
할
way
말이
to a
많아.
new queen. She vanished along with the ship. I told her not to go. The secret smells like popcorn. Some islands you should not visit. But what can you do? I got my golden key.
아, 나 이런 거 언제까지 말하나 싶어서 계속 눌러본단 말이야.
That is not enough. Lights out always comes sooner than you think. He's doomed. But that's what you get when you get involved with a woman of station. They all think they deserve it. Well, they do and they don't. It's a fairly good story. I wonder if there will be a sequel. The secret smells like popcorn.
이제 다 봤나? 볼 거 다 본 건가?
All keys are gold. It's the way of keys.
Employees only. It seems to be stuck closed. Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
고수 수준이 아닌데.
Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been
낙서가
better.
뭐가 힌트가 있나?
I think it's a chandelier.
A visitor! Wait. Guybrush Threepwood?
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan! Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style?
How nice of you to notice. Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic! You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore. But maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Possibly, though it was kind of tricky last time, and I didn't get much out of it in the end.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I'm told locksmiths can make keys for things.
이상하다고?
Things like cell doors.
Imagine that. What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
I notice you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends. Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
Well, except the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
뭐라고 적혀 있다고?
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping. It says jail rules. 1. No escaping. Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away.
How's your day going?
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
Oh, sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
총 방정 맞은 거 봐.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Oh, that's terrible.
Believe me, I feel worse about it than you do.
Could I get a ship from you after you're out of jail?
Don't count on it, son. I expect to be released any time, but I haven't even got anything on back order. It pains me to lose a sail, but if you need to get off this island, you're gonna have to find another way.
Could you refer me to a competitor?
Stab me in the heart. You'd go to a competitor? Where's your loyalty, son?
Well, seeing as you're in jail and have no ships and can't help me, I thought...
It doesn't matter anyway. There's no competition. I drove them all out of business long ago. Nobody can play the angles like old Stan. I didn't really anticipate a situation like this one coming up.
Any tips on how to steal a ship from someone else?
One word, son. Mutiny. Get yourself on board a worthy vessel, gain the confidence of the crew, wait for the right moment, and strike. If you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally, it'll have to be store credit until I get back on my feet.
Okay, well, thanks, I guess.
Anything I can do to help you, let me know. As long as it doesn't involve selling you a ship.
Are you sure there's no way I can get a ship from you?
I'm afraid that's the case.
Nuts. It's starting to look like LeChuck's ship really is the only available ship on the island. What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters, it's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
Didn't you used to have a law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Sure thing. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice. See you later.
Yep. You look like you're having a...
At least the jail is well lit.
Yeah, but the better I can see it, the worse it looks.
Hi there, newcomer.
Hello.
얘한테 감옥 문 따달라고 하면 따주는 거야?
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
Are these for customers?
Not technically, but please, help yourself. That charming old guy who mans the lookout keeps bringing them for the parrot.
Thanks. I'll just take a few.
조금만이 아닌데? 다 가져갔는데?
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
순간 멈췄는데?
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
What's this key?
That's for a lockable quiver.
What's that lock?
That's for hats.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locksmith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes, they did. Yes, it was. And they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary. Just
이해번호
information.
알려줘서 문 따는 건가 보네.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
Tell me again about how to have keys made. It's exciting.
You bring me the serial number from the lock. I make the key. It's pretty straightforward.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
But she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
원래 이런 장르가 취향을 많이 타.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key. One that opens all locks at once.
All at once? Well, how does that work?
No idea. It's just a story. But I guess you'll find out soon enough.
How would you like to join a pirate crew?
Would I have to leave my shop?
Well, yes, that's the general idea. The crew actually get on the ship and, crew it.
Thanks. I'll pass. Try down at the docks. There's always somebody hiring somebody down there.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
맞아, 말장난 많이 했던 것 같아. 나도 어렸을 때에서 이해는 못했지만.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
I think there's some writing on it,
싸우고
but
하는
it's too
것부터 막
tiny to
말장난
read.
하잖아. 막 해적 검술인가? 그래갖고 막 이상한 거 하고.
They say the only real prison is the
1탄 안 했었는데 4탄에서는 또 뭐 원숭이 무슨 해갖고 막 가위바위보식으로 해갖고 막 싸우고 그랬었거든. 그 등급전 하면서
Looks
라디오
sort of like an
들으시고
eye.
돌게임 요즘에 무슨 덱이 제일 센가요? 나 좀 다시 한번 해볼까 싶은데